Hi, thanks for tuning in for the trainer tip for Fresh Breath 1. You've been teaching for a while, and you might notice some compensations with the exercise called the Mermaid. Heck, when I do the exercise called the Mermaid, I like to relax into it and just let my body stretch. But the exercise is really beneficial, and there's some things to really consider when you teach it and some aspects to do to really get the most benefit out of it. So some things I'm going to tell you about what people tend to do, which you might already see. When you tell people to get into the mermaid position, this is the traditional position, and you might see them sink into the toe bar. You might feel them go like this with the shoulder, and they're really trying to, almost off their hips, trying to support themselves. So then you say, okay, just try the other way. And you say, all of a sudden, that may be the position where they feel the most comfort. And you need to let them know that maybe when they're facing this way, hey, this is the position they need to go. When they go to the other side, it may be a completely different leg position for them. So let them know that and give them that advantage. The other options, you can have them just sit side sitting, just like this, that's fine. You can also have them sit with their feet on the floor, that's fine. You can also have one leg out like this. I like to have my leg here personally, because you want to be perpendicular to the glide board, which means you have a little bit more weight on the hip closest to the base. You still try to make yourself as even as possible, but maybe just a smidgen more toward the base so that you remain perpendicular. From here, some other compensations we tend to see. The shoulder blades like to really come up. You want the shoulders to relax away from the ears. If you're seeing this a lot, you might have the toe bar a little too high for them, and you'll see this. So make sure that toe bar is adjusted so that it works for that person. So that's something to consider, toe bar height and telling them not to jam their feet or legs into a position which is uncomfortable. The other thing is when you do the mermaid, we see a lot of, the shoulder comes up. You want to keep that shoulder blade down. You're pressing out, and as you're pressing out, you're lifting your ribs off your hips and you're lengthening your torso. You see a lot of this action where they collapse in. You actually want the lift from here, and you want to think about lifting up the ribs toward the ceiling as you go up and over. If you're going up and over, the shoulder blade stays down the back. You might add the arm looking up, but when you add that element of look with the eyes, you want to watch, again, that shoulder coming up. When you go to the other side, it is different than that of the floor. So you might feel like they just collapse into it. You still, again, are cueing that lifted sensation. So maybe you might have them kind of pull back and then up, so you prevent that collapsing in. So hopefully that helps you out with the mermaid, and start to look for that with your participants. Are they just relaxing into it? Or are they allowing their bodies to lift up and really get the benefit of the stretch and the strengthening component?